really seems like something so simple, so basic, but it can really impact your life in ways that you don't even realize. Hey, welcome back to the channel. I am Sherman Rivers. In this video, I want to talk about an experience I just had that was really eye-opening. Let's talk about cleaning out the closet, right? Cleaning out the closet. Um, Recently had this experience. Some of the things that myself and some of the gentlemen I meet with every week, we talk about various concepts um, and what men can do to help to improve their life, make things easier for themselves, grow as men. A lot of different things we talk about. And one of them, um, one of these lessons has to do with clutter, removing clutter from your life, right? And one of the places you definitely want to remove some clutter from is your closet, right? What I want to share with you is some of the thoughts that I had while cleaning out the closet. Um, the first one, the first one, and probably the most impactful one was, um, what took you so long? What took you so long to clean out this closet? You see, because when we know better, we do better, right? But I knew better, hadn't done better up to that point. Why was that? Well, we're going to dive into that in this video. And I think some of the things that I talk about will be eye opening for you as well. Cleaning out the closet. So I'm in the closet and I'm looking at everything that's in there. There's a ton of clothes that I can't wear any longer. They just don't fit. Um, but why are they still there? That's point number one. These clothes can represent a lot of different things in your life. It can represent people. It can represent things. It can represent habits. It could represent um, places. A lot of different things that you have in your life that just don't fit. Why are they still there? Well, I know for me, personally, um, one of the first thoughts that came to my mind was they're still good. They're still useful. A lot of nice suits. Um, you know, a lot of good looking suits, but they just didn't fit. See, I'm a little older now. My body's changed over time. Um, I've gotten a little bit bigger. I got my grown man body on, right? And a lot of these clothes just don't fit anymore. But why were they still there? Well, see, this is where it gets interesting. What's the thought process about having something in your life that just doesn't fit anymore? Do you think maybe you could alter it and make it fit? Do you think maybe you're going to change yourself um, so that they fit again? For example, lose weight or whatever, or go back, revert back to a state. And this is why it's so interesting. Revert back to a state in which that thing fit. You see, you grew. I grew. These things didn't grow with me. So, in essence, uh, we didn't grow apart. I grew apart from them. They stayed the same, which is part of the reason why you would think that they're still good. You know, there's nothing wrong with them. There's no holes in them. They're not worn. They're not frayed. They're not torn. These are really good, serviceable clothes, but they just don't fit, right? But here they are taking up space in my closet. There's a couple different things or problems that arise here. Um, One, I think this is really important. I would find myself going to the closet to grab something to wear, and there'd be a bunch of clothes in the closet, and the first thing I look at is something that doesn't fit, which is frustrating. So now I got to go through these clothes to find the ones that do fit, the thing that I'm looking for, so I can put it on and go on about my business. But I had to go through all that unnecessary mess to get there. Um, and this points to why sometimes in life we find ourselves frustrated and angry, and sometimes we don't even know why that is. Why am I in a bad mood? Why do I feel bothered? Uh, why did my heart rate up? And sometimes it can be something as simple as going to do something simple and it being harder, more difficult than it needs to be. Really seems like something so simple, so basic, but it can really impact your life in ways that you don't even realize. You find yourself stressed and you don't know why. It's because your environment, and there are a lot of things in your environment that just don't fit. But let's look at the opposite side of that. What's the opposite side of that? They're in your closet taking up space. They don't fit, but this is space that could be occupied by what? Something that does fit. So it's a twofold issue. Not only is something that's not right for you taking up space in your life, it's also preventing something that is right from you from being in your life. Because what happens if you want to go get what fits? You got to know where to put it. And this leads into a bunch of other things, sideline issues that you may or may not even think about. But sometimes that determines whether or not you go get what you need, or you're open to having something new come into your life. Often you make the excuse that that spot's already taken. You've already got everything you need, except your closet, your life is full of things that just don't fit. So you have something that's perfectly serviceable. It's good. It's just not good for you. It just doesn't fit you. So what do you do? Well, there's a lot of people out there who need something decent to wear, something nice to wear. So I grabbed up all of these suits, a bunch of nice suits, and I took them down to the donation center and I gave them away, right? Because I wasn't going to throw them in the trash because they're good, they're serviceable, right? They fit someone. So let's free them and let them go and be with someone who can use them, someone that they fit. How many things in your life do you have like that? Um, and this largely pertains to people in your life. People occupying positions, taking up space that they just don't fit. And much like those clothes, they will not change. They're unchanging. You grow, you grew, they stayed the same. They're perfectly fine that way. They're perfectly serviceable that way. They're good people. They just don't fit you. So, what happens when you try to wear them? I'll just throw this in there for extra measure. Because I said they're good people. Um, when clothes don't fit, what happens? You're uncomfortable. They can rub you the wrong way. Um, you can actually hurt yourself. You could. It's funny, but if you took, say, you wore a pair of pants and the waistline was too small, and they were cutting into you, and you could actually end up with physical damage trying to wear something that doesn't fit. Not to mention how it looks, because you know it doesn't fit. And best believe when you go out into the world knows it doesn't fit too. And they're thinking, why is this dude wearing these clothes that don't fit? Why is he trying to squeeze in there? Why is he trying to make that work? It's just not suitable. That's just one example um, in terms of people. These bad habits, they can cause you harm, right? Um, they don't fit, and you allow them to stay in your life. They're not only taking up the space and not serving you, truly serving you, but they also um, don't leave room for the things that do. Classic example. How many of you in a work environment out in the world, you have coworkers, they take excessive breaks, like smoke breaks. They got to go have a cigarette or something like that. And I mean, that's them, right? They do them. But what often happens is they're not um, where they need to be when you need them um, to be there, right? That's one thing. Another thing is that what else could you be doing at that time? Um, Suppose somebody had to smoke a cigarette, so they need to go to a place where they can do that. And while they're spending that time doing that, what else are they doing? They're not doing anything productive. A lot of times they're sitting around just shooting breeze, playing games on their phone or something like that, right? Well, what could have spent in that time? What could have been productive? What could you have been doing other than that? And that's what I mean by that. You know, it's that's the real loss, or a big part of that loss is because while something is in there occupying that space, it's not really serving them. Something that could be serving them is not present. We have a rule that we operate by, or strive to operate by, some of the men in this group, and that's that 90 rule of 90. Right? If it takes 90 seconds, do it now. 90 seconds, just go ahead and do it. Right? 90 minutes, plan for it, 90 hours, make it a goal, things of that nature, But when you look at it that way, what else could you have done in that time that goes undone, that you procrastinate on, right? When you allow things to occupy space in your closet that could be better occupied by something else. So when I cleaned that closet out and got rid of some things and made room, made space, I felt this weight lifted off of me. I felt a lot of stress just go away. Um, I will walk by and look in the closet and just feel good because I've gotten rid of all these things. I had a more clear line of sight on what I really had that served me, and I didn't have a bunch of stuff taking up space, confusing the mind. Um, that just didn't serve me. And an added benefit of that is one of the things that happened was I discovered what I had in there that I didn't even know was there. Just one of the benefits of cleaning out that closet is taking an inventory and really examining your life. Key thing, examining your life. I think it's much better to live an examined life than an unexamined life, right? So by cleaning it out, it allowed me to examine that. I had a jacket in there that I bought in Korea that I never wear, right? I was stationed in Korea and I went back in my mind and I said, when was I stationed in Korea? Man, I was stationed in Korea 1997. 1997. So 2007 is 10 years. 2017 is 20 years. Add another 7 to that. 27 years I had that jacket. And I'm thinking, well, it's still serviceable, right? It's still, um, fit a little tight, right? But it's not even something that I would wear. Now, it's part of the reason it never came out of the closet. That had to go. The hat that went along with it, that had to go too. But it really impacted my perspective on some things. And one key aspect of that, I'll say that before we go, one key aspect of that is it gave me a new perspective on how the passage of time, when you allow these things to take up space in your life that you never use, or they're not useful to you, or they're not of any type of benefit to you, other than the comfort of knowing it's there. Um, how long are you living in that state? How long are you going through life without really examining it in all aspects? How much time is, are you procrastinating on yourself? This is why when they talk about the only thing in where the graveyard being where goals and dreams and hopes go to die, that's why. That is literally why. Because life is passing by without being examined. So that's just something I wanted to share with you. What do you need to clean out? The closet, the garage, your life? Something to think about. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, if you like the video, hit that like button. And if you think somebody else can benefit from that, hit that share button. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.